Good morning, guys. I hope you're all keeping well, and I hope you're all just now thinking about what kind of maintenance phase do we do now between now and our next fasting challenge. Now, you know I'm a great advocate of exercise, specifically resistance training, and specifically for ladies, you need to lift weights. Now, what's the objective of this sort of weight loss or weight lifting sort of program between now and the fasting challenge, and how do we actually maximize the fasting challenge by doing more weights but slightly differently then? Right. So what you have to remember here, the reason why you need to be lifting weights is, one, from a metabolic point of view, we need to speed up our metabolism. So we don't have any downturn in metabolism from the last challenge, especially you ones who may have done the 3 in a row since the start of the new year. Your metabolism will be slowing down. Perfect example, you just seen back at the last on the way in, Martina, it was tongue-in-cheek, it was a bit of a joke saying that she only lost £3, but when the cumulative was what, was it £15 over the 3 challenges over this year. Now, her weight loss, even though that the third challenge was probably even a bit more caloric deficit type, we pushed it deeper in the caloric deficit, she lost less weight. That was because of the metabolism adjusting, not because she did anything wrong, not because of any other thing, rather than the metabolism going, oh shit, we're doing this again, I'm not going to give you as much body fat this time. So the metabolic rate had gone down. If she had done the same challenge a week later again, she probably wouldn't have lost any weight at all, because of, again, metabolic adaptation. So we want to now supercharge our metabolism between now and the next fasting challenge. So when we run the next fasting challenge, we get maximum fat loss from it. Does that make sense? So this is why it has to be done with this sort of protocol. So we want to make sure the calories are on point. We've talked about that. Now, resistance training, what do we do here? Now guys, all we need is 2 to 3 30-minute sessions. That's it. I don't do anything else, anything extra with my clients in the gym. 2 to 3 sessions. When we think about incorporating resistance training into your lifestyle, the ultimate factor here is time. Right, I'm doing this now 30 odd years. I'm training people in the gym for about 30 years, more. But the biggest issue with most people, the reason why most people stop and the reason why most people don't even start, is because this factor of time. Right, I don't have 4 hours a week, 5 hours a week to go to the gym. I don't have an hour to go and train. You don't need that. Right, a 30-minute session is all you need. Now, when I say 30-minute session, yes, preferably I would like you to warm up the bike for 5 minutes, and preferably like you to cool down for 5 minutes, but we're talking about 30 minutes in the gym lifting weights. Now, if you're doing this yourself, if you're going to the gym yourself and you're going to do these 30-minute sessions, or if you're going to do this at home, here's what I need you to focus on. Right, we focus on full body workouts. You're working your whole body every single time you come in. We're not doing this chest one day, back one day. We might do as a change upper body one day, lower body one day, but you're never going to just do one body part. It's never going to be just chest day. It's never going to just constantly be just leg day, back day, arm day, shoulder day. Those workouts are designed for bodybuilders taking steroids, and I'm sure that's not you, right? And even at that competitive bodybuilding taking steroids, and that's definitely not us, right? So we want to forget about that. Those what we call bro splits, they're not for us. We don't want to go near them. They're absolutely nonsensical for what we want to do. What we're trying to create is, we're trying to create some sort of muscle stimulus. We want to stimulate the muscle to say, oh, I need to change, right? Now here's the key factor. The 3 things that we're looking at here is, we've got exertion, duration, and frequency. So our frequency is 2 to 3 times, our duration is 30 minutes, so our exertion rate must be quite high. Now when I say quite high, I'm not asking you to kill yourself, but you must feel that the muscle is struggling slightly near the end of the set. So for example, if I say to you, I want you to do 15 reps, at the end of the sort of rep 11, 12, your muscle's going, shit, I might not make 15 of these, right? You will, but you're thinking, I won't have any, I'll get the 15, but I'm definitely not doing 16 and 17, right? That's how that we should feel on the last set of about 3. The reason being is the first 2 sets are what we would call pretty much warm-up sets, or getting ready sets for the big one, because the muscle fibers could be cold. We don't want to put them under that amount of exertion if they're not primed and warmed up. So call them priming sets. 1 set to feel the movement. Oh, right, next set a wee bit more challenging to gauge the next weight. 3rd set 13, 14, oh shit, 15, I felt that. That's called a stimulus, muscle stimulus. It's not, I'm breaking my back here trying to get 6. It's, oh my god, I'm feeling that, right, I've put enough exertion in that. But the key here is we need to feel that every single time. So that means the weight might have to go up after a few weeks, right? So, 13, 14, 15. After the third session of doing that, you'll find it'll be, 13, 14, 15. I can now manage that better. That's adaptation. That's what a workout is supposed to be. You stress your body with a slight bit of stimulus so the body can adapt and overcome to make that weight easier. Once it becomes slightly easier, we now need to up that load or up the repetitions. Guys, either way is fine now, right? It doesn't have to always be up the weight. It can be, right, okay, this time I'm going to go for 20 reps. This time I'm going to go for 25 reps. It doesn't really matter the rep range. What matters is the stimulus that's been occurred, right? But what you need to remember is, I'm going to give you a quick example here, and this is what I want you to think about. So if the objective is to get to stress load on the muscle, oh shit, imagine that your muscle could talk, your muscle's going, oh shit, that's tight, right? It doesn't matter if that feeling comes on 5 reps, 10 reps, 15 reps, or 25 reps, as long as we get to that feeling, all right? But here's the caveat to that. If I'm getting that feeling with 5 reps, I can guarantee you that weight's going to be pretty damn heavy, because I've only done 5. I've only need to execute 5 reps to get to that, oh shit. Now if I can get that 9, 10, oh shit, that weight's going to be slightly lighter than it would be if it was 5. Not easier at the end, but slightly lighter. But if I choose a rep range where I can do maybe over 30 or 40, and I say I'm hitting it at 50, 30, 47, 48, 49, 50, but the stimulus is still the same. But it took me a very long time to get there, and I don't have that, I've only got 30 minutes. So that 12 to 15 rep range means that the weight's not going to be so heavy that it's going to hurt you, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is with the first 10 reps were good warm-up sets. Your form was pretty good because the weight wasn't that heavy. It was heavy enough to make you struggle with 15, but not that heavy you were struggling with 5. Does that make sense? But the other thing is, not that light that we're in here to fucking 50 reps. That means we're going to be here all week, right? So between 10, 12, 15 rep range, as long as you hit that stimulus on the last set. Does that make sense? Right? Now what we're looking to choose here is, for that's the exertion that we're looking at. Your frequency is 30 minutes. Now the way we construct this workout is, I want you to use all your major muscle groups during that workout. So what are major muscle groups? Chest, back, shoulders, legs. Simple as that. Or you can classify your bum as one, because the ladies like to work the bums. Then you can do arms if you want to, if you have a bit of extra time. But what you have to remember, things like biceps and triceps, right, they're going to get worked anyway. So what we're looking for here is a muscle stimulus. So if I'm doing, for example, a pull down exercise, let's say I've got what's called a lat pull down. You sit on it, you grab it, and you pull it down to your chest. So it's a pulling movement, all right? My back's getting worked, but my biceps are also getting worked on there. So they're getting a stimulus anyway. It doesn't mean I need to take 15 minutes to do dumbbell curls, cable curls, machine curls. We are not competitive bodybuilders on steroids. We do not need that. It's not required. I'm not going to waste my time in the gym doing stuff that's not going to give me maximum efficiency for what I want. So yes, I'll spend a bit of time doing a chest press. I'll spend a bit of time doing a shoulder press. I'll spend a bit of time doing a pull down. I'll spend a bit of time doing a seated row where I'm rowing the back. Right? I might even add on a lateral raise if I have a bit of time. I'm going to do a leg press, a leg extension, a leg curl, maybe a barbell squat if I can do it, and I'm done, right? But I'm going to work that by about 3 to 4 sets of each of those major exercises, and I'm going to make sure that on the last set I can't really execute the proper amount of reps because it's just getting too tough. Not too heavy, too tough. There's a difference, right? It doesn't mean I don't want you to lift a good weight that's challenging you, but our objective is we are not all power lifters, all right? The reason why I'm saying that, guys, is because, again, what's the average age of the people in this group? It's probably going to be about 45 or 50. I know there's a lot of young ones who's probably slightly older than that as well too. But the average group's going to be between 45 and 50. 90% of these people have never been in the gym before or lifted weights. Why would I risk your back asking you to do a deadlift? Yes, a deadlift has its effectiveness and its efficiency for people who have to lift big heavy weights. But in your life, do you now need to lift big heavy weights? No, we can still work those muscle groups in an effective fashion without overloading the risk of injury. So in my job, what I do when I'm training ladies is I have a risk reward factor. What's the benefit of this exercise? Do the risk that I'm putting the client under? Do they weigh up? Right? What's this person have to do in their average lifestyle? Again, this has not been derogatory or in any way whatsoever. It's the fact. This is a housewife. The heaviest thing that she has to lift in her day is a washing basket or a shopping from the boot to the car. That's a fact, right? It's not me dissing anybody. That's a fact. So do I need her to be able to deadlift 200 kilos? No. If I ask her to do even go anywhere near that, am I putting her back at risk where she might never be able to fucking train again? Yes. So I'm not doing it. I'm going to get her to do, if I need to do that kind of thing, maybe kettlebell deadlifts with a bit of farmer walk. You don't need to know what that is. It's stuff that I would do with you in the gym. So that's what you need to think about, right? Is the exercise safe and effective for what I want to do? Am I hitting every major muscle group in my body? And am I hitting it with enough stimulus that my muscles going, fuck's sake, that was tough. What's that about? Where would we do this before? That's what we want. I don't want you going down the stairs in your bum because the leg workout crippled you for 5 days. That's not enjoyable, it's nonsensical, it's not effective, and there's no purpose behind it except the person who's training you ego gets satisfied where they laugh at you go down the stairs walking like Elvis, right? There's no need for it, all right? That means that we've constructed something now that's more enjoyable. If it's more enjoyable, there's more chance of you being consistent. If there's consistency, you're going to get your goal. The key here is consistency. For example, even a nutrition plan, what we're doing, can I do this for the rest of my life? Can I fast for 5 days, once a month, for the rest of my life? I'm sure as hell I can do that. That's easy peasy. In fact, we're having a bit of crack doing it. It's a nice group of people. I've met some online friends and we have a bit of laugh doing it and I feel a sense of achievement. I can do that brilliantly. Can we transfer that into your lifestyle when we do resistance training? I have 3 30 minutes. Sometimes I might have only 2 because my life gets busy, but I've definitely got 2 to 3 30 minutes a week, right? That I can go to the gym and I can work all those major muscle groups under what Stephen just said there. That's perfect. Or I can get myself a personal trainer and say, listen, here's what I've got. I've got 3 half hours. I want to work my full body each time. I want to do it to the point where I get a wee bit of stimulus. I want to mix it up a wee bit so I don't get bored, and I want to mix it up a wee bit every now and again so there's no adaptation. That's the tricky part. Have you enough experience, exercise knowledge, and sort of routine experience to mix it up enough so it doesn't become boring and there's no adaptation? Because remember, if you repeat the same workout 4 or 5 times, the effectiveness is going to go down because there's adaptation. And there's only so much load we can keep adding. So from a time point of view, can I do supersets, antagonist supersets? Again, that's a wee bit of jargon and you don't really need to know what it is, but it means can I combine a chest exercise and a back exercise into one set? So I'm going to do a couple of these press-ups or bench press, I'm going to go to the row machine, I'm going to do a couple of these straight away. So I've maximised the time in the gym. Now I'm going to do arms today. I'm going to do some arm curls followed by some tricep push downs. Alright, 2 sets of 15 each straight away. I've maximised time. I'm going to do a leg press with some leg curls, and I'm going to add on some walking lunges because I want to get the heart rate going a wee bit. Perfect. That's a tricep. So stuff like that we can do then to maximise the time, maximise the effectiveness. But I don't want you ever doing, if your personal trainer tells you that he wants you to do, today we're just doing chest, today we're just doing back, today we're just doing arms, I want you to turn around and go, do you know what, it's not really effective for what I'm looking to do. I've only got 2 to 3 half hours. I want to maximise effort. Your muscles will recover within about 47 hours, 48 hours. So if you're training, say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or anything like that, that's all I actually really need you to do. So it gets more enjoyable and you'll be able to really maximise your time in the gym. Does that make sense? If you want to know how to do this or construct this yourself, give me a shout. Right, even comment on the group me and I will bring you in the gym and I will show you how to construct these workouts for yourself. You can go and train wherever you want to train and I'll give you the basics of what we need. Does that make sense? Good.